All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we have the brand new GREYMRKT turn signal covers for the 91 to 01 NSX. And here's what they look like installed. This is going to be an installation video for those of you that have purchased this lens and show you how to install it, and it should be super easy. Okay, so to remove the stock lens, it's important to have an idea of what you're working with. So here is the stock USDM left-hand drive lens. This is the left side of the vehicle, and there is a plastic piece that's holding a Phillips screw captive, and it just allows the screw to go up and down, but it's holding it in place so that it aims directly at the speed nut that's in the top portion of the bumper. So you can see that there's this cutout in the lower part of the turn signal housing. That allows you to put a Phillips head screwdriver up. So if you put your screwdriver up through the bottom of this bumper, it'll come up here and you'll be able to access the captive Phillips. So taking a look at the bottom of the bumper, this hole is where you're going to insert the Phillips screwdriver. It's going to go up through this part. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see this part with the lens in place, but just so you know what you're doing, the screwdriver is going to go up here, contacting the bottom of this Phillips screw and unloosening it from this speed nut right here. Once you undo that part, you will pull this part of the lens outwards and pull the lens out towards the center of the vehicle, because this corner portion of the lens is going to be wedged in between this spring right here and the bumper. So it'll take a little bit of force to pull it out, but of course you're going to want to unscrew or turn the bulbs quarter turn to remove them as well. So pull this part out, undo the bulbs, and then release the lens from the metal spring holding it in. Okay, so here is the stock lens installed, and once again you're going to put your Phillips screwdriver in through this hole so you make contact with the Phillips screw, unloosen it, and once you get to that point and it's fully loosened, it's not, again, the screw is not going to fall out because it's going to remain captive in that plastic piece. You're going to reach in here and either your fingernails or a flathead screwdriver or a plastic pry tool, pry this out. And once again, this corner tab is going to be held in tension, sandwiched between the bumper and the metal spring. So it's going to take a little bit of force to pull it out. Pull it out like that. Be careful of your paint. And then you're going to remove this, quarter turn each one of these, pull it out. And then you have your lens free. Okay, so to install the GREYMRKT lenses, let's take a look at the lens itself. You can see that there's 4 tabs to install it, and each tab has prongs on it along with a channel through the middle. And those pieces, those 2 prongs, are going to sit along on either side of the front portion of the lens. So it's going to clip on like that. And so I'll show you how to install it and remove it just in case, but to remove it, you can actually just slide it off. And I'll show you a way you can do it also with a pry tool. But to install it, what I found to be easiest is you're going to put these prong on the lens right here and on the lens right here on the bottom. And what you can do is pull up on that, set that into place, pull up on this, snap that into place, and now you have it installed. You will be able to slide it back and forth a little bit to get it into place once it's on the car, because I don't know necessarily right now when it's off the car what position it needs to be in, but it is able to slide back and forth. You can see this side popped off a little bit when I slid it. And you just pop it back on like that. Nice and easy, very good design. No hardware needed at all. So very cool design and very clean design. So let's go ahead and show you guys how to remove it. So again, you can just slide it off one way if you want. I did that. The reason why I did not do that to install it is because it's a little bit harder to line up the slots to install it. So easy way to remove it, just grab your typical pry tool, stick it in this slot right here, pop it off like that. And do the same thing for the rear, like that. Nice and easy. So let's get these installed. Okay, to install, importantly, you're probably going to need to have to offset the lens, the GREYMRKT lens from the turn signal housing, like so. So, meaning this is how it might look installed, but in order to get this wedged, remember this part sits between the bumper and the metal spring. So in order to get this part behind the bumper, you're going to have to slide this forward a little bit, and be careful because it might come off on this side. And so basically have this part free so you can wedge it in between the bumper and the spring. So let's go ahead and do that. We will install the turn signal sockets first. And then here's the metal spring. We are going to insert the lens between the bumper and the spring, slide this in, and while we're pushing this side in, you're going to have to start sliding the lens over a little bit. And it's installed like so. Once that's installed, you want to make sure that the lens is centered to your liking, and then just tighten the Phillips screw and you're done. Okay, and here are the lenses installed. So really cool design. You can see just how flush they are. Very well shaped. And as far as how they mount, again, really cool, ingenious design. The fact that there's no hardware, the fact that how they mount on is there's two prongs that sandwich the outer lens, the outer lip of the OEM lens, and that's how they stay on. What's really cool about that, and I just realized that after installing it, is that it allows the GREYMRKT lens to, it's like a security aspect of the lens too, where they're not able to be removed or even fall out without fully removing the screw, Phillips screw, and popping the lens out. Because the piece of the GREYMRKT lens goes underneath the OEM lens, it's actually sandwiched in between the bumper and the OEM lens. So the only way to remove it is, again, to remove the lens and slide it out or pop it off of the OEM lens. So very secure. These will not just pop off and fly off on the freeway or anything like that. Very, very, very nice design from GREYMRKT here. Very clean. They do come in other colors as well. I believe they come in amber and smoked color. So this is obviously the clear design, and it looks really nice on Tony's yellow car. So really nice product from GREYMRKT. I'll put the link to the product in the description and put their website on the screen right now. So thank you everyone for watching.